Welcome to Love's Buzz Podcast, episode 24. Well, that day has finally come. Ladies and gentlemen, R. Kelly is finally in custody and charged with 10 criminal counts of aggravated abuse. We have a lot to get to today, so I have brought in my very best friend and fellow my co-partner in crime and all that good stuff, and that is Trish, Ice Pets Queen, and we're going to dish some dirt and get ourselves in trouble. Hey!
And hello to all you buzzers out there. I said buzzers, not buzzards.
I love it. Yeah, we got lots of buzz today for sure. So we're going to get that started in just a moment. Tonight we do have two topics that we know we want to buzz about and talk about and freak out about and all that good stuff. And
yeah.
Okay,
Cind'y, you've been chomping at the bit for this one, so I'm going to let you go.
There's a lot in these two cases because we're going to hit the two hottest cases of the day. One of them being the shocking final pickup and brought into custody Mr. R. Kelly. 10 counts, 10 criminal counts of aggravated sexual assault. I'm taking some of this information, admittedly, because it has been basically the first release of information at the quickest time has been from ET Canada. Go Maple Leaf. But they're the first ones to be breaking the news really good, which is kind of insane. So I'm going to be taking some of this news from them. Just note on that, and then we're going to talk about it. And this should be a good one. We've been waiting on this for a while. R. Kelly is in custody after being charged following the sexual misconduct allegations against him. Now, one thing I want you to note, aside from this article, is that this has been an arrest 25 years in the making.
It's about damn time, too.
25 years. Yeah, it is.
That sexual misconduct stuff, that's a bunch of crap. They should have him for, pedophilia and child rape and everything else. Oh, my God.
Yep.
But at least they got him.
Yeah, finally. Well, he was escaping away a lot of times, and they couldn't quite get what they needed to make it, as we so-called, as you'll hear in Hollywood a lot, make it stick. But this time it looks like it is definitely going to. Brandon Pope of Chicago's WCIU tweeted the breaking news on Friday night that Chicago PD have said R. Kelly is in custody for sex abuse. He will appear in court Saturday afternoon on a bond hearing. On Friday, the musician was booked for 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse in Cooks County. The publication lists his first court date as March 8th. That's not soon enough for me, just saying. And claims the singer's attorney, Steve Greenberg, could not be immediately reached for comment. Shocker. But now, for those of you who maybe have not seen Surviving R. Kelly, it is a 6-part docuseries that documents all the accusations and some live footage of things that literally were happening in real time. And this is something that's, like we said, has been 25 years in the making, and we finally got him. Okay, we're talking kidnapping, sexual abuse of minors as young as 14 years old in some absolutely ridiculously disgusting. You just can't even, we couldn't even describe it. It's not something that should even literally be said out loud. It's that disgusting and grotesque. Yeah. It is believed that even down to his song, I Believe I Can Fly, was him saying, guess what? I'm untouchable. Guess what? I get away with everything I want.
He's touchable now. Wait till his ass gets in prison. They'll kill him.
Yep. Completely. So I really can't wait. I think March 8th is too far away. I'm kind of upset about that part. But I mean, yeah, I guess they do have to get their ducks in a, in order and all that kind of thing. But it's about time. I was so shocked. I was telling Trish this, Ice Pets Queen, that, Sissy, I was telling you about how I had been watching this case for a while. And then all of a sudden, how I told you I get my feeds at the corner of my computer.
Uh-huh.
When I saw that come through, I swear to God, it was a celebration like you have no idea on the side behind my computer. I was like, yes! Oh my God. I was pulling you for a minute. I was so damn excited. It was sick.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they've been after him for years. God, you would have thought in 25 years they could have come up with something to Nellie's ass.
He was that good.
Oh my God, I'm just glad they finally got him. And if he really did do all of this stuff, and it's really looking like a kid, then his ass needs to be in prison.
It came down to the fact he was living in his studio with some of the girls. And the reason why he got away with a lot of it, he had to live in his studio. In the end, they were too much after him, and some homes had gotten shut down due to complaints and this and that. And I mean, he had this one mansion that he had a slew of girls living in it. Now, the reason why they never wanted to get away from him and they were too afraid to, because he wasn't afraid to resort to the fact that he threatened their families.
I'll do it.
You go tell anybody, I will kill your family. And that's
he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly.
Yeah. And so what's nailed him now was there was a new tape that surfaced. And it was a lawyer that sent it. Okay. A tape of a 14-year-old. And finally, in this tape, compared to all the others, there was no mistaking it was him this time. They had him dead to rights, and she was a 14-year-old girl, and it all came out.
Well, thank God that they were able to identify him.
Yeah, this is a really heavy case. Yeah. So.
It's ridiculous that he's been able to get away with it for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. Many artists, pretty much every artist you can think of that ever collaborated with him in any way, has completely dumped their songs off of any streaming service. You can't find it. As a matter of fact, if you go on YouTube now, it's actually very hard to find an R. Kelly song.
Well, there ain't no wonder. Hell,
Angel.
YouTube's not to be associated with that.
Angel, which was one of Celine Dion's favorite, because she always treasured all of her collaborations. That was one of her biggest treasures, were all the times that she got to sing with these sing with these different people.
That was smooth like that.
She got to sing. Going back to the country, gonna have myself. Anyways. Jeez. But she always treasured all that stuff, and she was the first one. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
What's his face that's married to Chrissy Teigen, that was in all the guys, I hate it when I lose my train of thought like this, when I'm trying to think of somebody's name and I can't. So yes, I'm going to look it up. Chrissy Teigen and her husband, whom you all know very well, have both spoken out very much. Mr. John Legend, he was actually in the episodes, and he has been fighting to get information against him, because he's known all along that there was something that wasn't right. And he just, I don't know, he led the whole thing. He said, it's in my gut. He goes, I know some of these women, and there's just, so him and Chrissy have been working on it as well, and he's all over the docuseries, and he doesn't pull no punches. He goes, we need to get this guy out. We need to do something with him, literally. And I was like, I'm like, what the hell? So that's a little part of the information, guys, that actually I haven't done my homework on, is to find out what got him involved. But I'm going to, because I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more in these cases coming in the next little while. There's going to be a lot of crap. I mean, this is far from over.
I wouldn't be surprised if more charges end up coming too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely, because more women will, hopefully even more women will come forward. Some of them, the tapes, they couldn't be identified and stuff, so that's why those tapes didn't stick. But there's tons. In the docuseries, if you watch it, there's a mother who goes to get her daughter at the hotel. She's turned away. She's had the cops called on her.
Damn.
Because the daughter's too afraid to leave for fear that something will go wrong, something will happen. Finally, she goes back. And I mean, she even has to try and tell the hotel security that that's not her mother. That's how far she's willing to go to protect her mother and for nothing to happen. Finally, in the end, you got to watch this docuseries, honestly. But finally, in the end, she goes back again. The daughter calls her and says, I'm ready. They scoot across that street and jump in the car like as if the whole city's on fire, and just the shaking. And this was all in live time. So, I mean, they can't be lying. I mean, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. He was threatening them. And there was one girl. There was one girl, she apparently was a fabulous singer, beautiful voice. He took her under his wing, come and see me at the concert. Your parents are very much welcome. Seems fine, right? The parents go with her. No problem. Hey, how can anything happen? We're going to be right there. Come backstage for a minute. Didn't see her for 5 years. Her parents were right there. He walked her right backstage and right out of the building, and 5 years later. No joke.
Well, what did the parents do in that moment?
Kept fighting. They just kept fighting. They'd track him down. He'd evade them. They'd try to get a message to her. She'd even be on the news saying, no, I'm fine, and blah, 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 and he's not doing nothing wrong to me, blah, blah, blah. Completely brainwashed. It was a brainwashing, kidnapping, everything, drugs, sexual abuse, the whole nine. Like, this guy's been at it for 25 years. This is R. Kelly. This is the real R. Kelly now. We finally got to really see it. This docuseries, I'm telling you, you've got to look at it. I mean, it so floored me. And so that's why when I saw that come up today, it was Party Central. Finally.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Definitely.
Yeah. We do have another great big case to get to today, which I'm sure everybody's probably like, I know they're going to go there. I know they're going there. Well, we're going there. Jussie Smollett. Oh, my God. It's over.
What a dumbass.
You lie, you die. Well, okay, maybe you don't die, but you may as well. Mr. Jussie Smollett now hasn't fully been dropped by Empire, but they've now cut his final 2 episodes. That is done. It has been proven that he sent the letter. It has been proven that he coerced the whole thing. Why did he do it? Number one, he was not happy with his salary. One season at $1.2 million for 18 episodes was not enough.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, my God. What an idiot.
Now, there's more. For the time that he's going to get just for having created this whole elaborate hoax, he can get up to 3 years. But guess what?
That's more.
Not the end.
No,
I'll let you
because
tell
it
the
went
rest.
federal. Because when it went federal, and what happened was this, the letter that he faked and sent to himself, he sent it to the Empire to the studio where they record Empire.
To Fox.
Okay. So, Fox. Okay. So he sends it there to himself. Now, it looks like he's been threatened, but here's the thing. There is white powder, which ends up being crushed aspirin, in the envelope. Well, nobody knows except for him that that's what it is. So they see white powder, and their first thought is, oh, dear God, it's anthrax. They have to shut down the whole place and call in the people with the hazmat suits. Okay, and this is all fake, and he used the Postal Service to do this, which makes it a federal offense.
Unlawful use of the federal service. That's right.
Yeah, it's a federal offense. So his ass is probably going to end up with more than 3 years.
Oh, definitely. So we're talking 3 years just for that part of it, for having come up with the hoax and the whole bit. Now, federal charges are going to be way higher.
Oh, yeah.
So that's only the beginning. That's just a peanut. He should wish that all he got was 3 years by the time the federal charges come out. So, I mean, I'm sorry. Number one, you screwed not only your whole career. So apparently you thought that you weren't getting enough money. How are you going to like your new salary of zero?
Zero. Oh,
Will that be better?
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh, yeah.
You dumb ass black man. What the hell?
Wait, I want you to tell them how he got caught.
Okay, now I am the least racist person, okay? But I said it that way for a reason, because he just set everybody of color back by him doing this and saying, oh, racism, 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 and oh, because he's gay and gay and gay and gay. Well, you know what? You just made yourself look like a total moron, and you're giving somebody like people who are racist, you're making them look right. You moron. And then you got to pay by check. You're too stupid to pay by cash.
Oh, yeah. Pay the guys that you hire to fake beat you up. Pay them with a check so that it can be traced back to you, you dumbass.
You pay by check, and plus you trust somebody you know.
Yeah.
So if you piss off this person and they know you, that's going to upset them more because they know you. So that puts the personal thing involved. So then, of course, they're going to roll over your ass.
Yeah, of course.
What the hell?
They don't want jail time. They don't want jail time. So they're going to bring him down like the planes brought down the Twin Towers.
So number one, had you paid in cash, and number two, used people you didn't really know, you might have actually gotten away with it. Although I was told the Chicago PD did such incredible work and all worked so around the clock that more than likely, actually, maybe not. Because apparently their police work on this was insane. All the talk shows are saying that they cannot believe it. That, like, this was superior work. So,
cool.
Hey,
congratulations to them for being on top of it and taking care of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because, like the police chief said, like, it makes a fool out of us. He basically tried to make a fool out of us. And now this creates a new problem. And it's a big one. And this is something we've not discussed yet, actually. If you hear of something like this come up again, okay, a hate crime, are you not going to have that in the back of your mind and wonder if it's not fake now?
Oh, yeah. Yep. He just caused issues for everybody.
He did, because now you're always going to wonder, because, it's like any crime that's created. In the end, later on, there's always a copycat.
Yeah.
So now someone else is going to think, hey, that was a good idea. He just didn't do it right. Oh, wait a minute. They said, first of all, don't pay with a check. Oops, sorry.
Yep. So now the next person the next person that does it will pay with cash, and they'll hire somebody they don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
no witnesses and no cameras.
Welcome to Criminal 101.
God, has he never seen an episode of CSI? Dear God.
At least, right? Oh, that's why I'm telling you, I mean, it's just the whole stupidity of all of it. Just, yeah.
It's like murdering somebody, leaving the weapon there with all your prints on it, and just, yank out a few hairs and throw them down there too. Dumbass.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah,
leave
completely.
a trail, they're going to catch your ass. And thank God that these cops were so smart and so dedicated to figuring this one out and nailing his ass.
Exactly. Now we need to have you guys straight on a couple of things so you realize what's going on here, because you may have reference to two different shows. This is going to be on Love's Buzz podcast, and this is also going to be on TC Time podcast. TC Time, for those of you on, I'm so going to confuse myself, but I'm going to try. For those of you listening to Love's Buzz, you're wondering what the hell TC Time is. Well, by now you should have caught on, because it's not the first time. Some of you are catching the Swifferoo here. Swifferoo. Wow, did I really just say it? Switcheroo.
Yeah, Swifferoo.
Anyway,
there you go.
TC Time stands for Trish and Cind'y, and we do a video podcast. So what you're hearing right now, you could also watch in video through TC Time. So all of the links to all of that stuff will be in the bottom. But either way, I hope you guys are enjoying this, because there is so much information to get to. There's also a few pieces that I didn't let Trish in on, which I thought I would do it surprisingly, because it's kind of cool.
Woman. I will walk to Canada. I am walking.
Now, you haven't been watching this show, but I know that as I've told you about it, you were interested in it and thought it was cool. Okay. So the Masked Singer was revealed Wednesday, and we revealed 2 Masked Singers.
Oh my God.
Damn it. Son of a bee, was I ever shocked. Okay. So we start out with the lion. And when the lion first started, I'm like, oh yeah, that does sound like Rumor Willis. Dang. Okay. Time went on. All of a sudden, the lion sang, all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. Wait, that sounds like Sia. And that's Sia's version. So I got fooled, ladies and gentlemen. I totally believed it was Sia.
You said it was Sia.
It was Rumor Willis. Demi Moore's daughter. It was Demi Moore's daughter. Rumor.
Oh my God.
She was insanely good. So good.
God. Why does she not have a singing contract? Is she just not, wanting to do that, or?
No, she does. She does Broadway and everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I couldn't believe it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who was the other one?
Okay. And then number 2 came up, and the joke kept going around all night long. Now I'm trying to think of her name, and I can't. Son of a beehive. She has her own podcast as well. Anyways, Donnie Wahlberg's wife is one of the judges. And he kept saying all night, she kept saying all night, every time I try to call Donnie when the rabbit's singing, he never answers. She goes, it very well could be my husband. So anyways, as the show went on and the person's singing, and I'm like, yeah, but there's references, something about being in sync. So as the time went on, I listened again. I'm like, the rabbit. Okay. It's either going to be Joey Fatone, or it's going to be the blonde one that a few years ago came out and admitted he was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, son of a bitch. And he's saying, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. It was Joey Fatone, and he sounded incredible.
Yes.
I freaked. I'm like, why has that guy never had a solo career? He's damn good.
Well, maybe good. Maybe he don't want to.
Oh, he's so good. He does all kinds of game shows, and for a long time, I don't know if you knew this, but he actually hosted Family Feud. He was the last one to host it right before Our
Steve
guy
Harvey?
now that we love. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Harvey. Yeah.
He did Family Feud for a couple of years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But he's
I
so
have no
good.
clue.
If you get a chance, look on YouTube, guys. Try to find something there so you can hear him sing one of the episodes. You'll see he was so good. But the one that everybody agrees on and this next Wednesday, is the finale. So now we're going to know who everybody is.
Ooh.
But the peacock, everybody agrees, everybody knows it. The guy just can't hide himself. And he made reference in his package that said soldier of affection. What does that tell you? I want you to try to take a stab at it. Do you remember who I told you I thought it was?
No, and that doesn't bring anything to my mind. But now you know more about different music than I do.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm a soldier of love. Donny Osmond.
Oh, okay.
Remember when in the 80s when Donny, there was a song that went to radio, and I love this story. I think this was the sweetest story because he was so well known, but everybody knew him as Sugar Pop, and just he had a hard time being taken seriously. So there was a song that he sent to radio, and the DJ that played it was really, really smart. The DJ really wanted this record to have a real chance. So he played the record without mentioning who it was for about a week. Didn't say his name, just played the record, let it get its own merits. The thing blew up. So when that clue came out, soldier of affection, I'll be your soldier of affection. Number one, I already knew right before because he also had the clue of when they said, what is your one item, your one personal item? And they brought out a wig. That was from the Technicolor Dreamcoat, which he did on Broadway. It was his biggest smash on Broadway. That thing went on for years. He did Technicolor Dreamcoat. So everybody knows it's Donny. I mean, everybody's been talking about it and blah, 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 but he's doing such a beautiful job. No one's knocking him out. He's being picked as the favorite, so he might very well win.
Oh.
And everybody has guessed who they think is under the Bumblebee.
Okay.
This person said, I have multiple Grammys. This person said they're one of their big thing was from the 50s. And if you listen to the voice, this person did all kinds of different songs from now that I would have never guessed it was her. Would have never thought it was her. And this will be a huge reveal. If it's not Donny, it'll be her that wins, guaranteed.
Okay.
But we all listened really close, and two of the panel, Robin Thicke, picked it out first. And then I listened, and she finally did You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. In doing that song, you recognized her and knew it was her. Gladys Knight.
No way.
Oh my God, you should have heard some of the shit she did. Oh, I was like, she can sing that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's going to be a huge reveal. And she's under a bumblebee mask. And Joey Fatone on this last episode, there's something I never thought of because these masks are really elaborate. I mean, they're big. Okay. He said it cured him of claustrophobia because he said the first night he put it on, he had a total freak out.
Oh, yeah.
He said they're so tight and they're so enclosed. He said he got claustrophobic in it. And he said after a while it cured him of it. He wasn't sure he was going to get through it. I can see it because they're big. Like when they go to pull them off, this is not a joke. It's not for show. Like you're seeing they're having a really hard time pulling it off. Like they got to really work to get it off. I'd be like, let me out.
Oh, yeah. I'd freak out. I would panic.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But this show is now number one. It's number one. Season 2, they've already said it's coming back. They didn't even have to wait to tell us because everybody loves it so much. They just went ahead and said, yep, renewed. Wow. And I was like, yes. It's one of my favorites. You got to go look at some of it. Seriously, you'd fall in love with it. I was just, wow. Really impressed. I mean, and this show started, I think they said in China or Hong Kong. There's a version of it there, and that's where they got the idea for it here. They brought it here like they've done with other shows like American Idol now, where they started it back in like, say, like Australia and some of these places. Well, that's what they did with this one. They saw how well it did there, and so now they gave us our own version. So It's not a surprise, really. Now, the one thing I've been promising the listeners on my side on Love's Buzz is that I would be giving you a bunch of info this week from the first episode of Survivor, but I can't do it, guys.
Shame on you.
Because my channel didn't pick it up. I chose the wrong channel to try to record it. Damn DVRs. I'm sorry. I will fix it. I will watch it at some point. If life ever gives me a chance, I will watch it. But yeah, so that's some of the big news coming out right now. So I am going to be very, very anxious for this week. And I'm going to try. This is a challenge to Ice Pets Queen, to Trish. And I'm doing it to you. I don't care. I'm doing it to you. This is a channel. Now, you guys tell her she has to. Up until Wednesday night, I want you to put the pressure on her. Go to any one of her sites and tell her that Wednesday night she has to watch the whole entire finale with me.
You can't get to me. Okay, well, now, for those who, I'm going to do a little bit of self-plug here, if you don't mind. For those who listen to my podcast, please forgive me for not having one up for like over a week, but it's because I've had bronchitis and I'm just getting my voice back to where I can talk. So that's one of the reasons I've not been able to do the podcast.
Yeah, we're both getting back into the swing of it. It's been 3 days for me. Let's smack ourselves. Come on.
Okay, now I'm going to drop a little something here that Cind'y doesn't know about. And I'm not going to give a lot of detail.
Oh, we are full of info.
Oh, yes. Well, see, this is something that's new for me. In the description of this video, you are going to find a hashtag. This hashtag was created by me. I don't know anything about hashtags, don't know what the hell you're supposed to do with them, but there it is in the description, okay? And the hashtag is, let me see if I can say this without spluttering it, hashtag stop Matt's. Wait. Hashtag stop. No, don't.
We're off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't know what a hashtag is, but she's going to try.
It's hard to say it. I don't have a tooth, okay? Hashtag stop Matt's what it is.
What?
And you don't know what it's about. Ha ha. Now, for more information on that, you have to watch the video that's getting ready to go up on YouTube on my Ice Pets Queen channel. And that will go up sometime tonight.
Which by the time this comes up, it will have come up last night.
Yes. So it should be on my Ice Pets Queen channel by the time you guys either hear or see this.
Well, mine might go up tonight, yeah. Yeah. Either way, we're a fountain of information. We're a couple of goofballs, but we have fun with it.
Oh, absolutely.
And yes, I'm glad you touched on that because in all seriousness, for the listeners and viewers, there are going to be times where unfortunately, we're going to miss a day, or 2 or 3 or 7. And we're sorry. It can't be helped. But
there's usually a reason. There's usually a good reason behind it.
Yep. Everybody, actually, there's a lot of other YouTubers right now that are coming through on my alerts saying like, I'm sorry, it's been a week and blah, 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 I'm behind. And here's all the news that came out like yesterday. And I'm like, don't worry, we feel you. We're in the same predicament.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, it's odd
You know?
because most podcasters only podcast once a week, but I like to do it as much as I can
Yeah,
because
me
I
too.
find it fun and entertaining, and I love doing it.
I know some podcasters that go pretty much every day. I do. Yeah, there are some. Normally, though, yeah, the norm is once a week, but I've seen a few who do like us because they love it, you know. But I can see why some only want to do it once a week so that they don't miss and then they don't have to be like us and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to miss you.
You don't want to burn out on it either.
That's it, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think taking a break here and there is good. And I mean, it's good too if you're not putting out information just to put out information. I mean, we got excited getting ready to do this because we knew we had stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, we could still go on for a lot of time as far as like the R. Kelly stuff because there's so much more. I mean, there's going to be a lot of girls coming out of the woodwork. This case will probably be hung up in court for, you know, at least a year at the very least. So, you know,
definitely.
this is all stuff that there's still a lot to come out in the wash. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be fun to go ahead and keep an eye on it and work all through it with you because it's going to make for some interesting nights. It's going to make, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's true. You know, somebody was saying to me, I was telling them about the case tonight, and they were like, that, you know, that sucks. Somebody who has everything and then in the blink of an eye just kind of goes like, spits it all away in one quick spit.
Yeah.
Goodbye. There goes my life. Idiot. I mean, who does that? You know, I mean, I would have never even thought of something that'll happen.
Kelly?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, but it's amazing to me because I couldn't even come up with a plan that elaborate. I mean, it takes a very special mind, I guess. So
I could totally pull it off.
You can't. Some of you can't see the eyes she just made.
You can see it on YouTube.
Uh-huh. Yep, that's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, it'll make for some pretty interesting stuff. So I guess we're going to have to wrap it up. So I want to thank Trish, Ice Pets Queen, for hanging out with me and, making this edition of Love's Buzz so much fun. And you guys, thank you so much for being by me. Love to every single one of you. Keep buzzing. Mwah!